Greetings to you all. Michael Marshall here, for those who don't know me. I'm doing this video because I want to answer a question and ramble a bit. It's a question that I get from a lot of people that first meet me, and friends alike, and everyone else. And the first thing, well, apart from the blindness, anyone asks me is, how on earth do you come up with the voices and things that you come up with? And basically, I want to sit here, show off, but more importantly, sort of show you my methodology of inventing a character or other things. And basically, my view is anyone can change their voice. Anyone can do something with their voice. This is my real voice. This is my speaking voice. Usually, if I'm, with the family, I'm not as polished or refined. I tend to speak more like this, like talking about the footy and, real sort of strong Australian accent for those who aren't from Australia. This is sort of, light Australian. Some Australians are stronger, like they talk like this, really, really strong. Basically, my view is anyone can make a funny voice. And it just takes, if I put my voice down here and I put my head down, squashing the throat changes the entire sound of the voice because my vocal cords are basically being squashed. This is a very difficult position to hold, and if I am ever recording with this voice, not that I ever had because I don't know who would use it, a bit hard on the neck. So, you put it back up and, you just play around. If, you get your usual speaking voice and you do this and you get the, it's really hard to explain because I'm not sighted, so I can't explain the, what I'm actually doing with my throat, but basically I'm just trying to squeeze my throat and get that really funny voice, that cartoon era kind of thing going on, sort of like Jim Dale does with Vernon Dursley in Harry Potter. He sort of really, I can't get the sort of Jim Dale's accent right, but then, you lower your voice down and it changes the whole tone again. You sound more like a radio announcer, like, this is 94.5 ABC FM, and it's rather cold outside. It's about 2 degrees. I hope you're all staying rugged up nice and warm. In about 15 minutes, we've got the news coming up, and then after that, we've got a super set of songs. We've got the Beatles, we've got the Beach Boys, and then we're going to go into a bit of Cold Joy. We're going to rock around the clock for you too. That's coming up. And then about 8 o'clock, we're going to go to the open line callers and today's can of worms. What to do with a can of worms when it turns up at your house. So, and that's my little fun little radio voice. And that if you, I'm not terribly good at accents. I've been doing a bit lately with the American accent and working on that, working on the little pronunciations that come in with American, because there are word differences and it does take a lot of concentration. I've been working with the accent coach Sarah Valentine, and she's been great with my General American. I'm getting better. Not sure if it would pass for General American, by a native speaker. Many people, when they do the American accent, they are told, when they show an American, they say, that is not the way we talk. That is not the way we talk. You are getting a lot wrong and you need to work at it. But basically, my methodology is, and I think of a lot of sketches in my head. My whole thing is to sit down and come up with an idea, and I visualize everything in my head. So if I see, an old man going into a shop, I visualize the old man. I visualize his height as much as I'm able to do so. And I visualize whether he's stooping, whether he's, still sort of standing very tall, because I think a tall older Australian, about 65, 70, would speak a lot like
this. Maybe a bit more in the voice. But if I make him sort of a bit bent, a bit stooped, a bit older, his voice might become a bit reedier. Or, if he's older still, and even if he's tall, his voice can sound a bit like this. And you make sure that you get the whistle. And if you're able to, if you're doing an elderly voice, sometimes you get a tiny tremor in the vocal cords. That's quite difficult to manage because not all of them have that little quaver in the vocal cords. So it's just I have always loved doing things with my voice. Ever since I was a kid, I would sit there and make up funny voices and do funny things and say stupid things and make up funny words and just piss about, really. That's I'm sure there's some going, oh my God, did he have to say that word in the clip? But basically, my head's just always a buzzing hive of activity with little sketches and ideas. And sometimes I do act them out in the shower and do little sketches and back and forth between characters. Like I could ring a bank and something like this. Yes, I recently I spoke to a bank manager. Her name was Taryn. Yes, that's it, Taryn. She asked me to call you back because I took out a credit card because my daughter wants me to use the PayPal. Yeah. Let's see. Where's my card number here? Card 2. Sorry, that's the wrong one. 4 6 2. I can't read the writing here. And so if you use props, use a prop. Even if you're just doing audio, use a prop. Might help you get into the character a little bit. I'm no expert. I call myself a voiceover artist, and really there are people that are about 1,000,000 times better than I am going around, and even I listen to them and go, Jesus, I wish I was that good, But it's, a lot of fun, and, you can really do something with your voice. You can lower it down, and if you get the accent, you can even go horror, kind of Hollywood kind of thing. And they might hire you to be an older voice still for unsolved mysteries. Or you might get something like this. As an older American, I can't tell you how important it is to look after your 401k. I don't know what a 401k is. I've heard people talk about it and I still don't know what it is. Geez, I should stop talking now. I've been talking for about 4 or 5 minutes now, just doing nothing, just rambling, and you're probably sitting here going, I don't know why I clicked on this. I really, I could have watched that cat flushing the toilet. I could have watched that Labrador drinking a whole pint of vodka and going around singing Kalinka with a picture of Vladimir Putin on his collar. But I've clicked on this guy, and it's about 5 minutes of my life I can't get back. All right, I'm out of here. And I'm going to keep making funny voices and doing funny things in the future. So if you don't like it, well, you're going to be in for a shock. But seriously, thank you to the 209 subscribers that have now jumped on my channel. It's wonderful.